Okay, my dear students, so now let us talk about the structure of a leaf. That is the next topic, structure of the leaf. So in front of you we have a diagram of the leaf of a leaf. So this leaf, a single leaf, and this area of the leaf is called the lamina. What is lamina? Lamina is nothing but, which literally means in English, a plate-like structure. A plate-like structure is lamina. So this is leaf lamina, okay? Or in simple words, we can say this is a leaf. Now the structure of leaf, as you can see in the book as well, page number 54, is waxy. Okay, the upper side of the leaf, the upper portion of the leaf is waxy in nature. It has a waxy layer. Why? So the upper portion of the leaf is waxy. Upper layer is waxy. Okay, that's it is slippery. It is slippery. And you know that if you pour some water, it will slip from the leaves, isn't it? You know why the upper portion of the leaf is waxy and it is having a layer of wax over it? Because to protect it from diseases, protection from diseases. Yes, they also can get harm from diseases as we get harm, because they're living beings. From protection, weather damage, okay, weather damage, water loss. So these are the reasons why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the upper portion of the leaf waxy. Now the leaves contain a special kind of cell, okay, which is shown in the book as well by a rectangular shape. Okay, we can't see these cells with our naked eyes, we need microscopes for that. Okay, so for your understanding, it has been depicted as such. So the upper portion, the leaf, contain this special kind of cells known as palisade cells. Palisade cells, okay, and these cells contain that site which I discussed in the previous video, okay, in which I explained you I gave you the brief idea of photosynthesis, and I talked about chloroplast. So these palisade cells are not only over here, it is all over the leaf. It is present all over the leaf, and within this cell we find chloroplast. This is what? Chloroplast. Now what chloroplast is? So basically chloroplast in scientific terms is an organelle. It is an organelle. Okay, what is organelle? We have organs, my dear students. We have organs like heart, kidney, stomach, okay, brain, eyes. These are different organs to perform different functions. So living beings, we are living beings, as plants are also living beings, so they have organs as well, but the scientists have given them a different name. Okay, so we don't say organs for them, rather we use organelle for them, because they're very small, we can't see with our naked eyes. So a special name has been given to the organs which the plants contain, that is organelle. So chloroplast is nothing but an organelle. You can make an analogy to understand it better. The organs we have, so similarly the plants, they have organs, and chloroplast is an organ of a plant. So chloroplast contains chlorophyll. Chloroplast, they contain chlorophyll. And what chlorophylls are, I explained you in the previous video that chlorophylls are green pigments. They are what? Green pigments. What are green pigments? Natural colors, natural green colors that have the capability they are capable of absorbing sunlight. And why do they absorb sunlight? What is the use of sunlight? Sunlight is absorbed to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose to make food. Yes, to make food, definitely. Now let us talk about this green structure. What is this? This is the depiction of stomata. Stomata. This is also an organelle. Stomata. What stomata is? We have lungs for, my dear students, we have lungs for inhaling and exhaling gases. What do we inhale? We inhale oxygen, we exhale carbon dioxide. Similarly, leaves, they have a similar thing like lungs to inhale and exhale gases. And what are they? That is to exchange gases. And what are they known as? They are known as stomata. So hope you understood. This is the basic structure of the leaves, and I hope you understood what are these different names, what are the functions of these different organelles, and what exactly they mean.